Hello, all you beautiful people out there. If you're new to my channel, thank you for dropping by. Why don't you go down, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss any episodes. For my fans and subscribers, welcome back. I really do appreciate you. I have done some work on my channel recently, and I have done a few updates. I now have my very own webpage and my very own merch store. Don't have much merch out right now, but if you want to take a look at what I've got, go to my webpage. Not much else I need to say. Let's get on with the video. So first I want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. This is actually going to be a continuation of last year's Halloween video. If you need a refresher, there will be an eye in the upper right hand corner of the screen, and you can click it and it will take you to that video. Many American Halloween traditions were borrowed from the Celtic holiday of Samhain, but not all. For example, romance and apple lore came from the Roman festival of Pomona, which honored Pomona, goddess of orchards and harvest, which was celebrated on November the 1st. The Romans considered the apple to be the symbol of love and fertility and connected it to Pomona. This goddess was a nymph who loved to prune but did not like men. Another divinity who was important at this time was Vertumnus, god of the turning of the seasons. His myth states that Vertumnus could change his form to anything he wished. One day he disguised himself as an old woman to deliver a prophecy to Pomona, whom he loved. After this, he revealed his true form, and Pomona fell immediately in love. They then attended the orchard together. By the 1st century AD, both Celts and Romans inhabited the same villages. Since Samhain and the festival of Pomona were close calendrically, a synthesis occurred. Today, we owe the abundance of nuts and apples so prevalent at Halloween to the Roman festival of Pomona. The Druids believed that the eve of Samhain was the most potent time of year for fortune-telling, accounting for the plethora of divination games we see today. The melding of Celtic and Roman cultures gave us what might be considered an ancient form of Halloween. When Christianity became legal and spread across the empire, more synthesis occurred. The Church endorsed the Trinity, composed of the Father, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Although the Church decried pagan practices, the leaders knew that they could not obliterate them. Instead, they assimilated them. Pope Gregory I, in fact, proclaimed that pagan shrines should not be destroyed, but cleansed with water, so the people would not be angry with the new religion, but worship the true God. It took several years, but finally Samhain was assimilated into the feasts of All Saints and All Souls. Pope Boniface IV is credited with the creation of All Saints' Day to memorialize early Christians who died for their beliefs. Originally, this day was May 13th. However, in the 8th century, Pope Gregory III moved it to November 1st, trying to accommodate pagan celebrations and coinciding with Samhain. The priests of the new religion urged the people to remember their dead with prayer, not sacrifice, and to bake, quote-unquote, soul cakes, little pastries, rather than trying to appease with food and wine. These soul cakes were given to the poor who would pray for the departed. People were also encouraged to wear costumes, not to keep away unwanted spirits, but to honor the saints. On All Saints' Day, churches in Europe proudly displayed artifacts belonging to their patron saints, while poorer churches held processions where people dressed as saints, angels, and demons. This replaced the pagan practice of leading ghosts to the town limits. In effect, this gave the new church's stamp of approval on dressing up by giving it an alternative explanation. All Souls' Day can be traced to the early 9th century. Amalarius dedicated this day to the dead. Of course, this is the official church history. The folk version, as is often the case, is much different. The folk version goes like this. A pilgrim was returning from the Holy Land when he got shipwrecked on an island where he met a hermit who claimed that he heard the groans of souls coming from a fiery pit. The pilgrim then went to Cluny, where he told Abbot Odilo, and upon hearing this, the abbot proclaimed November 2nd as a day to pray for these souls, and the feast day was approved by Pope Sylvester II around 1000 CE. Ironically, the early church gave Halloween its name. In medieval times, All Saints' Day, November 1st, was known as All Hallows, making the night before it All Hallows' Eve, which eventually became Halloween. In addition to sanctioning the remembrance of the dead, as well as old Celtic traditions, such as the wearing of costumes, the church also established visiting houses, a custom in America known today as trick-or-treating. Of course, the church introduced saint celebrations to the lands of the conquered, so Halloween spread. The celebrations of Halloween, All Saints' Day, and All Souls' Day were collectively called Hallowmas and spread throughout Europe, becoming a major annual celebration, picking up bits from the host country. In the British Isles, turnips that had been carved out to accommodate a lit candle were placed on gateposts to keep away evil spirits. Soul cakes were baked and set out by the door. Other countries added their own traditions. On October 31st, 1517, Martin Luther introduced religious reform that stopped Halloween observance for many Europeans. Theologians like Luther and Calvin came up with the idea that men served God through faith and deeds, not through the icons and symbols of the Catholic Church. The concept of an individual relationship with God appealed to many people. After Martin Luther's initiation of the Reformation, many Protestant sects formed in Europe, challenging Catholic supremacy. One Catholic tradition abandoned by Protestants was observing saints' days, which also meant that All Hallows' Eve did not appear on the Protestant calendar. Tradition is hard to get rid of, though, and people found a way around this. Most notable is England's Guy Fawkes Day. Guy Fawkes Day commemorates a gunpowder plot on November the 5th. At the height of the Catholic-Protestant acrimony in England, Catholics Robert Catesby, Thomas Winter, and Guy Fawkes planned to blow up the House of Lords on November 5th, 1605. Fawkes was captured on his way to set the gunpowder on fire and was later executed, as well as his co-conspirators later. November 5th became a national celebration of the triumph of the Protestants over the Catholics. Because Guy Fawkes Day was so close to Halloween, many traditions were borrowed. The English celebrate Guy Fawkes Day with bonfires, and they carry hollowed-out turnips carved into grotesque faces. The eve of Guy Fawkes Day became known as quote-unquote mischief night, and it was a time for pranks. Well, friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, press the subscribe button, and if you want to know when I come out with new content, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, PayPal, and website links are in the description, as well as the source that I used for this video. Please leave comments in the comment section. Not only do I love hearing from you, but it also triggers the YouTube algorithm. Also remember, I choose my comment of the week from the edited videos. Keep learning and searching for truth. Here are a few videos from my library. If you have not watched them yet, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, stay safe and goodbye.